Okay, I think that might have been, oh no, we're here now. Okay, let me do part C, so let me move to that one. Oh, wrong screen. There we go. All right, so this one is the same idea, right? What we want to do is get an equation of that line. Here, the slope is actually pretty easy. Okay. Again, change in y over corresponding change in x. So again, 0 minus -4 divided by 0 minus -1. So we have minus 4 essentially, which is 4. On the bottom, we have minus, which is plus, so plus 1. So we get 4. So the slope is 4. Now, if you were to use 0, 0, which is the origin, that actually is a lot easier to use. Namely, you would have y minus 0 is 4 times x minus 0. Okay, so what is that really? Well, that's just y on the left. On the right side, we have 4 times x. So in this case, we already have slope-intercept form. It's just that in this case, you would have plus b, but b would have to be 0. I mean, hopefully you can see that this is mx plus b. So, are there any questions on this? Okay. Let me move down a bit. All right. So now we're going to find an equation of a circle. This should be fun. So we want an equation of a circle. The center is 2, 3. And the radius is 5. And then we want to know if a certain point is on the circle. Okay. Remember, the equation for a circle, if it has center, hk, and radius, little r, which is a positive number. Let me fix that. There we go. So if it has and r is a positive number, an equation for that circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is r squared. Okay, so we're going to use that here. Our center is 2, 3, right? So our center here is 2, 3, right? HK is our center. So here we have H would be 2 and K would be 3. The radius is 5, that's given, so R would be 5. Okay, so let's get our equation. We would have x minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared. That's equal to 5 squared. I mean, theoretically, you could leave it like that. I mean, 5 squared is 25, so let me just write that. X minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared is 25. So that's an equation of our circle. This radius is 5. The center is 2, 3. Okay, now we want to know if the point 1, 2 is on the circle. Well, for 1, 2 to be on the circle, 1, 2, this point would have to be a solution of this equation. Right? Remember, the graph of an equation is the graph of all its solutions. So we want to know if the equation is true when when x is replaced by 1 and y is replaced by 2. In other words, we want to know if the point 1, 2 is a solution to the equation. Because if it is, then it's on the graph, on the circle, I mean. And if not, then it's not on the circle. So let's check. That is when x equals 1, y equals 2. If this is a solution. Wait, they can't see that. Let me move that up. Is a solution. So let's see. We have 1 minus 2 squared plus 2 minus 3 squared. Well, is this equal to 25? Well, hopefully you can see that the answer is going to be no. So from here we have minus 1 squared, right? That's 1 minus 2, plus another minus 1 squared. But is this equal to 25? Well, the answer is no, because on the left side you get 1 plus 1, which is 2. Right? And this is not true. So in this case, the answer would be no. So it's no, since 1, 2, right, is not a solution. Let me move that so you can see it. But no, wrong one. There we go. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. That should do it. So it's not a solution to the equation, which is why it's not on the circle. Uh-oh. Okay. Are there any questions about that? Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next one then. Oh, that's not it. Here we go, number 3. So now we want the equation of a circle whose center is 2, 4. Okay, and the rate, let me just see, is this thing sinking? Good, it did. Okay, just want to make sure it was sinking. So we want now the equation of a circle whose center is 2, 4, and it passes through R. So here we know that, HK here so just zooming in, here we go. So we know at least that HK has to equal to 2, 4. So in other words, we know H is 2, K is 4. If you look at the general format of the equation of a circle, okay, let me just move this up a little. Okay, so that tells us at least that the circle is going to look like see if I can draw this with my mouse, that the circle is going to look like. Hold on, Microsoft Whiteboard is acting up. Oh man. Okay. Well, it's going to be. I'll just say this. It's going to look like x minus 2 squared plus y minus 4 squared. But the problem is we don't know the radius, and the radius would be the distance between the two. Okay. So let me just stop this.